Welcome back to the Wall Street Podcast.
Glad to be here.
Today we're digging into the latest analysis from The Economist, published September 13th, 2025. It covers some really significant shifts: technology, demography, international security. Quite a landscape.
Indeed. We'll quickly cover the main points from these areas, then maybe zoom in on what's most impactful. The goal is really to distill the key takeaways, show how these forces connect.
Okay, let's start with AI. The Economist flags both peak LLM and this three-turn bet on AI. For our listeners who are pretty savvy on this, what's the real story with AI investment and where the tech's heading now?
Well, the market's definitely seen a surge. You look at Oracle, Amazon, NVIDIA, huge gains, driven by massive spending, especially on data centers. But there's also growing skepticism about chasing these, let's say, godlike large language models, the LLMs, like ChatGPT.
Skepticism because the revenues haven't quite matched the hype in some areas.
Exactly. Some revenues have been disappointing, as the report puts it. And what's really interesting is the pivot towards small language models, SLMs.
SLMs, right.
They seem more cost-effective, more efficient for specific jobs. Apple's putting them into devices. NVIDIA's research even suggests SLMs might be the path forward for agentic AI systems.
So if SLMs are gaining traction, does that make the huge $3 trillion bet on the big LLMs look questionable, or is there still a solid case for it long term?
That's the debate. But alongside efficiency gains from things like SLMs, there's a significant flip side: privacy and security.
Right.
These integrated AI agents, they often need almost total access messages, financial details.
Becoming AI fodder, as the report says.
Yes, especially when OS developers start mandating their integration. It challenges our whole concept of digital privacy.
Okay, so AI brings power, but also serious questions. Now, moving from artificial intelligence to, well, actual human populations, the report dives into peak human falling fertility. This feels fundamental. What's driving this demographic shift?
It's truly global. Fertility rates are dropping sharply. About two-thirds of the world's population now live in countries below that 2.1 replacement rate.
Below the level needed to just maintain population size, without migration.
Precisely. And this drop is happening faster than UN models predicted. It suggests the global population might peak much earlier, maybe 2065 instead of the projected 2084, and then contract quite dramatically.
What does that mean economically? Fewer workers, obviously, but what else?
Well, fewer brains for innovation, potentially less scope for economic specialization. And think about public debt. It falls on fewer, older shoulders. That's a massive strain.
And socially,
You could see schools closing, maybe cities becoming less focused on children. And politics could shift heavily towards the elderly, what the report terms a potential gerontocracy.
a society run by and for the old, that definitely sets a specific stage for future policy battles, doesn't it?
It certainly does. It changes the entire dynamic.
Right, so we have tech reshaping our digital lives and demographics reshaping our societies. How does this intersect with global stability? The Economist also points to NATO's credibility test involving Poland and Russia and this catastrophic error. How are these events impacting security?
Okay, first, the Poland incident. September 9th, 10th, 2025, Russian drones entered Polish airspace. Some were shot down.
Over NATO territory, that's a first, isn't it?
It is. Poland immediately invoked Article 4 of the NATO treaty.
Which triggers consultations among allies.
Yes. They saw it as an act of aggression, a real test of NATO's commitment. It definitely highlights increased tension, and the signals from allies were somewhat mixed.
And the second point, the catastrophic error.
That refers to Israel's strike in Qatar against Hamas leaders, linked back to the October 2023 events. The Economist frames it as a major misstep, arguing it isolates Israel further, potentially weakens America's standing in the region.
And hinders peace efforts.
Reportedly, yes. It's said to have damaged crucial back-channel talks, potentially stalling any immediate de-escalation efforts. Pushes the region closer to chaos, is the argument.
So these big geopolitical, demographic, technological shifts, they aren't just abstract concepts. How do they filter down to the average person?
They absolutely do. Take the AI point again. Mandated AI agents vacuuming up personal data messages, spending habits that directly challenges privacy expectations we've held for a long time.
Right, your data as AI fodder.
Exactly. Then
Right.
falling birth rates that could affect everything from the availability of social programs and healthcare to how schools are run, even family support structures.
And the geopolitical tensions, even if they seem far away.
They can hit home quickly. Market volatility, definitely. Disruptions to supply chains for everyday items. Even the cost of things like fuel can be affected. It's all interconnected.
It's clear these forces, tech, demographics, geopolitics, are really converging and reshaping our world. Challenges, certainly, but maybe opportunities too.
Indeed. And the real question for all of us, for you listening, is how we adapt. How do you navigate a world becoming more digitally intertwined, demographically different, and, frankly, geostrategically more uncertain? It's worth considering the implications not just for the markets, but for society itself.